Buenos días.
Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días.
Buenos días. Like my G?
Is that what that is?
It's supposed to be.
I thought that was a scribble.
It's a G.
Buenos dias, everybody. Got off a nice ass workout this morning. Woo, that was good.
Can you tell?
With weights, plyometrics with weights.
All sweaty?
Sweat was real.
Oh, it was real. So today was day 16 of 21, you
5
guys.
days left. 5 days left of this.
I think I just spit.
Yeah, that's all right. We contained here. We're 6 feet apart.
Looks like pearls. Yeah. Fancy. Fancy. You guys, so today we want to talk about, this is what I preach to my group and my ladies all the time. And that is the motto that we live our life by, because if you try any other way, you feel like you're failing. And today we want to talk to you about persistence and not perfection. Persistence over perfection, right? Because we aren't beings that are perfect. We just aren't, right? And so when we strive to be perfect, we always come short, because let's face it, we're not perfect. But that doesn't mean that we give up. That doesn't mean that we continue to show up. That doesn't mean that we continue to persist in striving the things that we're setting ourselves up for, right? And so I think that's so important in this journey, because when we try to make this journey, this health and fitness journey, perfect, then we give up. I know that at the beginning of this journey, a lot of times, many times, I'm a perfectionist, right? Which means that I want it to be perfect, and when it doesn't, I get upset or I want to quit. But the one thing that I've never done, being a perfectionist, was that, quit. And I know many of my perfectionists, want to restart. Oh no, because you want to make it perfect. And let's just say a 21-day program, let's say you got to day 14, for example, and then something happens and you didn't work out for like 3 days, and then you want to restart on day 1 because day 15 it wasn't consecutive, right? It didn't go from 14 to 15, and you want to give up. But that's not how life is. You got to just keep moving forward. You got to just keep showing up where you left off. And that's the beauty of our group, because we don't strive for perfection. We strive for you to keep pushing. We strive for you to keep showing up. We strive for you to just take it one day at a time. And that's how you reach goals. And that's how you see results. Because if you never give up, then you're going to succeed. The only time you don't succeed, you guys, is when you give up.
I agree. I'm one that likes to control everything as well. And what I realized is that this is not about if you believe in a higher power or not, but I do, and the fact is we do. And the fact is that I trust in that higher power, and whatever that outcome should be, in the way it looks like, we visualize it a certain way, but when in reality it happens a different way. If you look back, you notice you visualize that perfect day, that perfect whatever it may be,
that perfect goal,
that perfect moment, and when you experience it, you're like, experience it, but that's not how I visualized it, because it's not really up to you. It's not, it's not never going to be perfect, and that's where we get, as human beings, we get discouraged because it didn't meet our expectations, supposedly. But that was the way it was supposed to happen. So hopefully that makes sense. Keep that persistence there. It's never going to be perfect, and it's never going to be exactly the way you visualize it.
Right.
It's going to be close to it, and just be good with that. I've
learned, and then we're going to cut it from here. I'm going to read something that Rosa said. I've learned that, I'm not saying not to make plans, because it's important to make plans and to create goals, right? We always talk about those, but also to be flexible with those, because we believe that, God has already a plan for us. He has goals for us. And so I believe that if you are in tune with, that's a whole different call. If you're in tune with Him, and you listen and carefully, and and that happens with your quiet time, right? When you meditate, when you are having that alone time with God, if you listen to what he's saying, he definitely guides you, right, to the direction that he wants you to take and the goals that he wants you to achieve, etc. So I feel like we should make plans and we should, create goals, but also having that flexibility in mind because, we believe that God always,
Can throw a monkey wrench in there.
right, so that we can continue to grow. So Rosa said, and absolutely 100%, and there's no judgment when you got to restart 4 years later or however long it takes you. That's correct. The idea is never to give up because it's not going to be perfect. So it's always persistence. It's always showing up. It's always coming back and never just completely walking away from what you wanted to do.
This is a life, quite frankly, is an endurance game. And those who strengthen that endurance muscle are going to win it because it's not a sprint. This is not a sprint. I used to think it's a sprint. I still think that certain things are a sprint when they need to take time, right? And that's the thing, day by day, and that's the encouragement that we get, is just take one day at a time. You can make your plans, but keep them fluid just because, like I said, things happen, life happens, shit happens. And, you just got to pick up from where it is and just continue going forward.
That's right.
So just be blessed that you were able to do what you were set out to do today and then take it day by day and just be persistent.
We get to, guys, there's a lot of people that aren't able to move their bodies. And so if you have that gift, if you have that privilege to move your body. And you don't have to do this alone. And we always preach that, right? We have a group starting on July 6th. So if you are struggling with your health and fitness, you know where to find us. We're just a message away. We have that group starting. We're going to kick it off with the new program launching. And so we want to see you there. All right. July 6th, there is room and there is a space for you in our 6:30. You can join, at the 6:30 as well. That's just optional. But
it's fun at 6:30.
It is fun. It is very fun.
I know.
I should record it.
Fun.
All right, you guys. Have a blessed Tuesday. Talk to you later. Talk to you tomorrow.